So as I've said before, sometimes when we wake up, sometimes when we start the day, we can go into automatic response mode. And whether that's waking up straight away and initially we're checking social media. Yes, you're all on social media right now, but you're definitely doing something different than you usually do in social media each morning. And sometimes when we wake up and we're not taking the time to either breathe, to move the body, to move the energy out of the body, we go back to old stagnant ways. Stagnant thinking, stagnant thoughts, stagnant emotions, stagnant energy. And sometimes that can bring on and go on throughout the day. So that's why this morning is just going to be nice, short and sweet, 20 minutes. And the main kind of focus I said I do for this morning is trying to build inner confidence and belief this morning. So when we wake up again, we're tired, we're slow, and so can be our energy and thinking. And then we can be thinking unproductively towards ourselves as well. So that's why this morning is really going to focus on the inner confidence and belief. And a big thing what I like to do on all my morning routines is number one is breathing. So first thing what we'll do is just check in with the breathing, just getting the heart rate down and just tune into the parasympathetic nervous system. The second thing I like to do is start opening the body. So the more closed, the more tight we are in terms of the body, the more closed and tight our thinking is as well. So trying to open up and free areas that we may be tight in on. And then the third thing is to try to move the energy practically, physically out of the body. So again, we know emotion is energy in motion. So when we're moving the body, it's moving all that energy out. And then the last thing what I like to do is each morning is try and set myself some type of challenge. So this morning's challenge what we'll do is just 500 push-ups. It's only going to take us about 5 minutes, I reckon. 100 push-ups a minute, we should be alright. Don't worry, you don't have to turn off now. We're actually not going to do 500 push-ups. But what I like to do is set myself some type of challenge. So that way, as I start my day, I've already done something. I've already achieved something. So mentally, I've already achieved something in my head, so it makes me feel better straight away. It makes me feel I can do more that day as well. Or sometimes you get up in the morning and you're still kind of pantering about around the house. The day starts to slow. You've done and achieved something straight away. It's a great way just to kickstart the day. So we'll get rock and roll. I won't hold you up too much longer. So again, all you're going to need is a mat. Hopefully you can all hear me. If not, I'm sure you'll all text me as well after, so that'll be alright. So we'll get rocking and rolling. So also I'll turn this up a little bit so hopefully you can hear. So just coming into seated position. All we'll start off is just again tuning into the breathing. So something I like to use in the mornings is oils. So what I have here is a peppermint oil. So if you want to use olive oil, you can as well, don't worry. I'm only messing, don't actually use olive oil. But oils are a really good way. There's lots of benefits to lots of different things. To be honest, I'm not an expert on it. The reason why I use peppermint oil, I find it's a good way just to open up the lungs, open up the breathing. So all you do, a few drops in, rub the hands nice and tight. So if you have oil, perfect. If you don't, they're handy. You can buy them online, 10, 15 euro. Any essential oils, you can get lots of different types of stuff. But main two ones I use is peppermint, which I'm using now, and then lavender I use sometimes as well if I'm trying to sleep or trying to relax. So there's a few simple things. So just wipe them in the hands, and then just taking a big deep breath in, releasing out. Same again, big deep breath in, and releasing out. From here, just sitting down. Now just tune into the breathing. So just slowing everything down right now. Now just become aware of how the body's feeling and the areas of tightness. We're not judging it or anything right now, but just number one, becoming aware. Tuning into that breathing. Just big deep breaths in through the nose, fill up the lungs, the chest. And big breath out and releasing all out. And as you're here right now, just set an intention for yourself for the next 15 to 20 minutes. And whatever that intention is, it's not right or it's not wrong. It might be to move the energy out of the body. It might be to achieve something early in the morning. It might be just to get up out of bed. Whatever that intention is for you, just set that right now with that big deep breath in. Just say that to yourself right now. Two more big deep breaths in, same again. Last big deep breath in, again setting that intention for this next 15 minutes. And breathe out, release there, that's it. But now what we're going to do is just get the body moved and open up a little bit. So we'll start off in this cat and camel. So all you're going to do, coming onto the hands and the knees, keep the knees directly underneath the hips, hands directly underneath the shoulders, and you're going to breathe out. Tuck the hips and the chin right in, arch through the back. Big breath in coming down. So just moving nice and slowly through this movement now. So now we've done our breathing, we've done our intention. Now it's trying to just open up the body, release any areas of tightness and tension, and release it all out. So if you can, really try and tune in to your breathing the whole way through. So as the body lifts up, you're breathing out the whole way through. As the body lifts down, you're breathing all the way in. So imagine you're pulling them shoulder blades together right at the bottom, really opening up that chest. Big breath out, tucking it all in. So we go for 3 more. Again, really try to arch up through that top of the back as much as you can. Feel that big stretch working all the way down the back of the spine. One last one. That's it, and then off. Good. Rolling then onto the back from there. Get an area you can be tight as well as around the back. So all I was just doing, keeping the eyes closed down, the head back. First thing I'm going to do is just bring the knees up towards the chest and just nice and slowly rocking side to side here. So work and in at your own pace and your own time in this. You want to go a little bit quicker, or if you want to go a little bit slower. The key again this morning is listen and tune into your own body. So you might want to go a little bit quicker than me, you might want to go a little bit slower. The key is always internally tune into what I need right now. Not following the set protocol or sometimes the set thing to always do. So you'll always know best what's needed most. So right now just tune in and listen to that. Good, feel that whole back, the whole chest just open up. Each breath in and out. Excellent, just keep now working side to side. Again, keeping them eyes closed down, feels comfortable enough. Bring the gaze in. Once more each side. Sit opposite side, last time. Get them knees right down, big stretch, open up. And breathing it off and coming off, that's it. So what we're going to do now is going into like a push-up position on the hands and the feet. So we're going to come in, get into like a push-up position, like so. The first thing what we're going to do is glide forward towards the top of the mat. So imagine you're peeking over the side of a cliff. From there, lower down, keep the elbows nice and close, hips to the ground, eyes to the sky, big breath out, pushing back and then gliding forward in again. So just continuing this movement like so. Same again, going as slow as you want or as quick as you want. Tuning in to your own body, what it needs, what's coming up. You might want to hold the bottom a little bit longer and just listen to what you need. Again, tune into breathing. Big breath in. Coming up. Breathe out. Then grind back in again. Again, just repeating these movements like so. Try to go as slow as you can, lower and down. That way we're working the upper body, weight and everything right up. Take gliding forward again. We'll go for 2 more now. Again, working your own time, your own speed. Keeping that breathing going. That's it. And then just gliding back, just pedal the feet out here. Releasing all the back of the legs. Releasing everything out. From there then what you're going to do is just step forward to the top of the mat with the left foot. Just the left foot up to the left hand. And you're just going to move that knee right in and out. Open right up into the hip. So on this one, if you can keep the back leg off the ground, so keep it nice and straight and nice and long. If that feels too difficult, bring the back knee down either. Again, we're just trying to open up into the hip. Play around with this one a little bit. You might want to do circular movements, or you might want to bring the elbow in and move it in and out. Again, just do whatever feels best for you. Keeping that deep breathing right in and out. Might want to hold at the side like so, and do whatever feels best for you. Perfect. Bring that left foot back, stepping the right foot forward, right foot, right hand, exact same again. So just moving that knee in and out, getting right into that hip. So a good thing to do in the mornings, I find, is to do a bit of hip opener movements. Again, because usually the night before you're resting and you're sleeping, the legs can get stiff and tired and the hips as well. And then a lot of time you can hold stress and tension in the hips. So it's always a good area to not judge it if it feels very tight, but just to work on it and release it out. Again, breathing through it. Get right deep into that hip. Again, you might want to hold at the side again. Do whatever suits best, whatever feels best. That's it. And then coming back down, knees back down to the ground. That's it. I'm starting to get a bit warm now anyway. I'm going to take this off. So, what we're going to do now is just get the heart rate up a little bit higher now. So, just move the energy up a little bit more. I'm conscious of time, I don't want to keep you here all day. So what we're going to do in this one, just to seat the position like so, and all you're going to do is make circles with your arms like so. So all we're doing, making small little circles like so. Not 100% quick, but about 70% quick. And what I want you doing is constantly big breaths in and out. So breathe in. Just like so. So trying to get the energy fired up a little bit more here now. So that's where the breathing is going to become number one. Remember, breath and breathing is the fuel and oxygen tank of the body. Just like a car, with no fuel coming into the car, we can't go for very long, we can't sustain what we do. When we breathe in, we're filling up that fuel tank each and every time. So that's why big breaths in there. So big breath in, out. Make sure you don't hit the sticks like me there. Right, a little bit quicker now. Speed right up, that's it. Feel the energy now lifting into the shoulders to get a little bit warmer. Speed right up. Good, keep that going, keep that speed. Breathe. Now real slow then again. Keeping the arms up. Real slow. Try and make them circles a little bit bigger now. Again, still breathing that whole way through. Big circles, big circles. Nice and quick again, let's go again. Now the shoulders might start to be kicking in. Might feel a little bit burny, a little bit tight. Again, that's just moving all that stagnant energy out. Just keep the mind tuned into the breathing and the breath. Don't let the mind drift away to the easy option. Good, keep with it, keep that speed. Again, quick as we can, moving them arms. Feel all that tension releasing out. Same going backwards this time, so backwards, opposite way. Good, keep with it. Keep the speed up, keep the speed up. 15 more seconds now, that's it. Speed it right up to the end, quick as you can, breathe. Again, releasing all them shoulders out, releasing all the tension out. 10 seconds, breathe. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and glide forward. Just release all out. That's it. Just coming down, relaxing the shoulders. Relaxing the jaw, relaxing the face. Now what I want you to do, keeping in your cross-legged position, just glide the head forward towards the top of them feet. What I want to try to do now is just open up that back spine. So just breathe into it. Again, just lowering from the back, from the head. Gradually just trying to get lower and lower. So the key in this one, as you're holding this stretch, is relax the shoulders so we're not lifting up towards the ears. Shoulders are nice and relaxed. And taking big deep breaths in and out. So each breath out, I want you to glide a little bit more forward towards them feet. So breathe out a little bit more forward. Breathe in. Breathe out a little bit more forward again. Keep working like that, trying to get lower and deeper into it. So here we're trying to open up the whole spine. All messages and signals from the brain to the body is sent up to the spine. That's where the main messages run along. So the more tighter we are here, the more restricted our movements and our thinking is. So he's trying to open and release it all out. Good. Keep working that head and that back lower and lower towards the feet. Each breath out, releasing. 3 more big deep breaths here. That's it, last 2. Last 1. And release and ease the now. Just shake out the legs. Bring the neck side to side. Just release everything out. That's it, nice and quick shake the legs there. That's it. Good, excellent. That's it. So from there, what we're going to do next now, so as I was saying at the start, something I like to do a lot of times is set myself a little bit of a challenge in the morning. So that way, psychologically and mentally, I feel like I've done something, I've achieved something, so that gives me more energy, that gives me more confidence, gives me more belief. So what we're going to do this morning, again, challenge I'm going to set this morning is, as I was saying, 500 push-ups. So 5 minutes with 500 push-ups, so 100 push-ups a minute. Shouldn't take us too long, I reckon we'll get it in 4.5 minutes. So ready to rock and roll? I'm only messing, don't worry. So what we're going to do this morning, we're going to do push-ups, alright? So option, again, push-ups either on the feet, come right down, press, or on the knees, either or. What we're going to aim to do is 50 push-ups in total, alright? With this, take your time with it, whether you want to do 10 and 15, rest 10 and 15, or 20 and rest, do whatever you want. You don't even have to do push-ups. Even when you're doing this, I suppose, after this session and in your mornings, try to think of something that brings a challenge for you. What's one thing you say, Jason, I don't know if I could do that. Then do that. Because that's what we want to do. We want to try to challenge ourselves to think bigger, to do bigger, achieve bigger. And when we can think like that and get out of that comfort zone, sometimes you can stay in, that's what we'll do and achieve more. So that's why we want to try aim to do this morning. So whether it's push-ups you want to do, whether it's squats, pick a number, set that intention. If it makes you a little bit worried, a little bit, Jizz, I don't know if I can do that, perfect number to pick. Right, let's get ready to rock, right? I'm going to go with 50 push-ups, so you want to do squats or whatever, either or. 3, 2, 1, in we go. Straight in. Just remember to keep breathing the whole way through. Again, break it up. So we know we're not going to do 50 straight through. So whatever you want to do, straight through. Whether it's 15, 10, 20, break it up. $25 done, that's it, good, excellent, that's it. Again, set the number, whatever it is, breathe, break that up, and then get set again, challenge yourself to do it again. I'm done again, 3, 2, again, as you're doing this, the mind is going to want the old and easy option. It's going to tell you, slow down there, Tommy. Don't go there. But you're well able. Again, we're trying to move that energy out of the body, that slow, stagnant energy right out. So that's why the challenge is there. Not to use aggression with it, not to use force it, but just to know it's there, like, that's fine. You can talk all you want, but I'm not listening. Tuning in and bringing your frequency somewhere else is the key. Whether that's breathing or whether that's bringing back the intention you started at the start of this session. Bring that intention back there again. 15 more to go. I'm going to go straight through, hopefully. Here we go. That's it. Challenge yourself now. Breathe through it. 5 more. Come on, that's it. Keep with it. That's it. Stick with it. Get an option on the knees. Last one. Up and then off. Breathe. Once you're done, just sit the heels back towards the feet. Big breath in. Just release all out. That's it. Again, tune into breathing, just slowly easing and releasing everything right out. That's it. Then from there, just coming up onto the feet. What we're going to do now is just shuffle on the spot, loosen and shaking everything out. So just loosen everything out. Try and let the body ease and relax. If you ever see a boxer or watch a boxer, they're not uptight like this, and yet they're in the biggest challenge they can potentially be facing their whole career. They're easy on the feet, nice and loose in the hands, nice and loose in the shoulders, and they're just breathing. So now just release and ease everything out. What we're going to do then is aim just to get that heart rate up a little bit higher for the very last thing. To finally move all that slow and stagnant energy out. As we go through this and as we build through this, the old you is going to tell you, slow down. The old you is going to tell you, I don't think you can keep going much longer. The old you is thinking, this fella's gone cracked. Maybe I am. The old you again always wants the easy option. The body sometimes, the mind even sometimes doesn't know the difference between this is danger and this is good for me. Because again, it doesn't know the difference from ancient times when we've grown up through hunting and gathering. Sometimes it thinks there's a tiger in the room. So it's to know that that voice is there, but it's not to use aggression, it's not to use all these things against it. It's just to know that it's there, but I'm choosing not to respond. And that's where we create the gap between stimulus and response. So the stimulus right now is going to be this exercise I'm going to give you. And you're going to create the gap to create a better response. So we're going to go for fast feet. 3, 2, 1, here we go. Nice and quick. Quick as you can, speed right up, that's it. Don't worry about the time, don't worry about how long, just keep moving. And breathe. Go, keep with it. Remember, bring that tune and bring that frequency to somewhere else. The body wants the old and easy, the mind wants the old and easy. Tap into somewhere else. A little bit quicker. That's it. Good, excellent. 15 more seconds now, speed right up. That's it. Challenge the speed. Last 10. Keep with it. That's it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. In on the feet. Shuffling again. Shoot in. Get the breath back. Just feel that heart rate go slightly up. Now with the breathing, tune in, imagine you're breathing into that area. And watch it quickly come down. Ready again. Very last time we're going to go in this. 3, 2, 1, let's go. Speed right up. Nice quick speed, that's it. This is the last time you're going to have to do this today. And then you are done. Really challenge yourself to get that speed right up. Up your body, go on. That's it. As you're going right now, I want you to visualize the Olympics has been closed off this year. Now it has gone virtual. There's a camera in the room writing you right now. Sonia O'Sullivan was the last woman. She did great things for Ireland in the running. Now it's you. If the cameras are on, if you're on that Olympic stage, that track right now, would you go a little bit quicker? 100%. So let's go a little bit quicker, go on. You gotta win that Olympic medal, go on. That's it. Speed right up. Only 100 meters left now to the finish line, go on. A little bit more. Challenge that body. That's it. 50 meters left to the finish. You got it. You're there, you're there. You've just passed out second place. You need a little bit more juice to keep it up. Go on. 5, 4, you're at the finish. 3, 2, and 1. And breathe. Relax. Sitting down. Ease everything out. So feel that heart rate nice and high. Now we've let go of the old. Just tune into now, how you actually feel right now compared to before you started this session. Think of the thoughts, the emotions, the energy that you had when you first woke up. And then think of, it's like space you have, energy. The difference we feel right now. And then just coming in, finish into a seated position now. We're just going to come into a seated position to finish with. What I want you to do, sitting down, either like so or on the knees. Either or option, whatever feels most comfortable. 2 hands on the heart center, left side of your chest. For now, I just want you to breathe in, feel that heart beating against the hand, against the chest. Again, just breathe into it and slow it all down. Now, just to finish with, as you're placing your hands there and as you're breathing, just set that last and final intention for today. What's one belief you have to change right now? What's something you have to let go of? And what's something you have to breathe in now? For me, sometimes in the morning when I wake up, some days I'll feel A1 of all the belief in the world, and other days I just won't, and that's only natural and normal. But one thing I commit myself to every single morning is placing my hands against my heart and creating that belief. Sometimes I believe that maybe people won't listen to me, maybe people think I'm talking Barney, maybe people think I'm full of shite. And sometimes that's a story I create for myself. But every single morning when I wake up, I look into the mirror, look into my eyes, and I say, you're the most incredible person in the world. Everything that's going to happen will happen once you don't create that expectation. And as I posted last night, patience is the absence of expectation. It's when we don't expect ourselves to be a certain way, to do a certain thing, to be at a certain place at a certain time. Well, then we've no worries. We're not comparing to anything, we're not judging anything. When we create an expectation, we can expect to be there, have done that right now. If we trust in ourselves and believe in ourselves, and everything that we do is right, as long as we're always and trying to do the right thing, it can only go one way. So as you breathe in right now, what's that new belief you want to hold for yourself today? Is it to be more kind to yourself? Is it to challenge yourself more? Or is it just to let go of the stuff that's holding you back? As you breathe in these last 3 big deep breaths in, breathe in that new belief and breathe out that old one. Breathe into it, visualize it, picture it, feel it, see it in your eyes right now. And connect it to your hands and to that heart right now. Feel what it feels like to live that way, to feel that way. What's the emotions come up? What's the energy I have? Feel it there right now. One last big deep breath in. Keeping connected to that. One big breath out. Release all the old. Well done. We are done and dusted.